Quincy News. Quincy City Council President Cain raising his political career? In a surprise announcement earlier this week, Quincy City Council President Cain has announced that he will not be running for re-election to the City Council come this fall's local elections. Unclear as to why, however, what would QuincyQuarry News coverage be without speculating? For example, will others follow the council president's lead and also exit stage right? Far right. Seriously far right. And for raising Cain's local political career, at least upon the end of his current term on the council, Cain will have so vested his government employment pension benefits, modest as they may be. Especially modest as last spring's scheme to see 45% raises for council members to kick at the start of this year has been all but officially kicked to the curb as null and void pending the expected release of an adverse Massachusetts Ethics Commission report. An expected to be very adverse report. Alternatively, perhaps he finally accepted that his popularity was not what he had misbelieved it to be, in the wake of his running a very distant third in a three-person race to win the Republican nomination in last September's primary election to challenge incumbent Senator Elizabeth Warren in last November's general election. How distant? He only scored 8.1% of the GOP primary votes. Conversely, perhaps he came to accept that reality that his arrogance as regards the ongoing controversy and likely litigation over Quincy Mayor Thomas P. Cook Long Secret paying for variously prescribed religious statues on the impending new Quincy Public Safety Building did not play well within his ward. In particular, how he was outraged over the mayor's apparent U.S. and state constitutions violating plans over someone diming word of the mayor's long secret plans to the South Shore broadsheet, and which was then followed by the ACLU, duly protested the mayor's readily argued to be illegal plans. That imposing a laughably tortured argument that the mayor's spending on the prescribed statues was within his purview as funds to build the public safety building has been approved even if the planned statues were not concurrently broached and then approved. And as for a final opine, perhaps Cain is just staging his departure from the city council, with the expectation of his being named the head of Quincy Fiber, even if is still but a nascent plan to see the city of Quincy develop and then operate a municipal internet service, even though the city of Boston has dropped its plans to do so. As well as that Quincy Fiber's plans are predicated up scoring at least some federal funding at time when fellow Republican President Donald Trump is slashing funding, and his mini-me Elon Musk looks to be maneuvering to see his privately owned SpaceX become the de facto supplier of satellite internet service in at least the United States.